Hello, and welcome to this semester's CVU Show. My name's Leo.
And my name's Sam.
Items from the Lost and Found that haven't been collected yet are now open to everyone in the CVU community at the front office. We'd highly suggest that if you haven't already, check if you're missing anything because chances are it's probably in the Lost and Found.
Seniors, if you want access to your senior privileges, the forms are available for pickup in the main office. Once you and your parent or caregiver have signed the form, you are able to enjoy the privileges provided to you.
If you miss Picture Day or you wish to get a picture retake day will be held on the 24th of October from 8:30 to 3:15 in the mini gym.
This week is parent or caregiver teacher-student conferences, so this Thursday and Friday are no school days unless you've got a conference to attend.
With C3 in full swing now, it's now moved to the default schedule system. If you wish to make a permanent change to your C3 schedule, you can talk to your advisor.
There's also the club fair on Friday the 13th, an opportunity for the student body to learn more about all the clubs that CVU has on offer. And for clubs to recruit some new members. It's happening during third block in the gym. Hey Leo, what's your favorite club right now?
I would have to say it's Fitness Center. What about you, Sam?
My favorite club is the Newsroom, where anyone can come and help work on the CVU show.
Coming to that C3 on a Wednesday or Thursday sounds like a great idea, Sam.
It sure does, Leo.
Remember that next Monday is Indigenous Peoples Day, so there won't be any school. And a firm reminder that any car parked in the senior or junior lots from now on without the appropriate sticker will be potentially booted and fined. The first violation is $15 and the second is $30.
If there's a third violation, the student receives a $45 fine and needs to meet with their house director. If a student participates in a fall sport or activity, they will be unable to continue until the fees are paid.
Now, let's turn it over to our sports anchor, Kayla, for your sports announcements.
Hi, my name is Kayla and welcome to CVU Sports. Here are some of this week's results. Varsity football played Essex last Saturday and won with a score of 28-0. This season, the team is 4-1. Their next game is against Rutland on Saturday. JV football had their second loss of the season last week to St. Johnsbury. Their next game is against BFA St. Albans on Tuesday. Varsity field hockey won against Middlebury 7-0. JV field hockey didn't play last week. Both field hockey teams have a game today against Essex. Boys volleyball won against Essex. Their next game is today against BHS. Girls volleyball played and won against St. Albans. Their next game is tomorrow against BHS. Boys soccer beat BHS. Their next game is today against St. Johnsbury. Girls soccer played B&B, won. Their next game is Friday against St. Albans. And finally, we caught up with football coach Ron Fleming for an interview this week. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Sloan, and today I'm interviewing Coach Ron Fleming. Hi, Ron. So CVU won the championship last year.
Yes, ma'am, we did.
What did it feel like to win the championship?
It was extraordinary. It was a lot of things rolled into one moment. In the end, there were two pieces. One, just pure joy. Sharing that moment with my coaches, with our players. My son was here, and he just hoisted me up, and so there's a pure joy of it. And the other is just from a historical point of view, we got to make CVU athletic history. No football team has ever before won a state championship, and so that was an extra special little feather in everybody's cap.
Yeah. Do you think that the football team is going to take home another championship?
Well, I'm not a big fan of making predictions because, first of all, I hate being wrong. Second of all, I'm just a wee tad superstitious. I think 100% we're capable of winning another championship. If we do or not is going to depend on how we perform over the course of the next 5 to 7 weeks.
What do you think this season's outcome will be?
Football. A lot of football. I see us as capable of winning our closing 3 main season games. So versus Rutland Saturday, versus Colchester next Thursday, and versus Middlebury at Middlebury on the final Saturday. And then there's a quarterfinal, a semifinal, and a final. I truly believe we can win all 6 of those games. We have to go prove not only to ourselves, but to our opponents that old Coach Ron is right about believing that.
Yeah. How has your season been so far?
It's been really good. We were undefeated within the state. Nobody in our division was able to beat us in Vermont last year. We did lose 1 game at Exeter High School in New Hampshire. Again, one of the best things that could have happened to us. This year, with that, I consider it a monkey on our back, undefeated monkey on our back. So we went down to Burton and with maybe a little bit of complacency that sort of overshadowed all the talent and will and passion that our guys bring to the game. The complacency got in the way. We ended up on a 38-28 loss in our opener game. That might have been the best thing that happened to us all year because it shook everybody into full awakeness. We've gone 4-0 since then. We've defeated good football teams and established what I think of as a point differential, the amount we've scored versus the amount we've allowed. That point differential right now is we've scored 160 points. We've allowed, 14 and 38, 48, 52. So we've allowed 52. So we've outscored our opponents overall by over 100 points. That speaks very well of our offense, very well of our defense, and very well of our special teams. When you've got all 3 gears in the machine working that well, it's very promising.
Thank you for coming out and letting us interview today. Back to you, Kayla.
That's all for sports. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kayla.
As is tradition, we asked some of the student body a question. This week's question was, what is the best time of day and why? Here are some of those answers.
The best time of the day is 9 o'clock because I finish power reading and I have a free book and I get to eat breakfast.
Probably breakfast because you sleep for a while and then you have a good meal and then you feel really good.
Lunch, because you get to eat food and hang out with your friends.
I like math class because the teacher is really cool. I like the teacher, his name is Mr. Poget, or Poget.
The end of the school day because, I just get to go home and relax and just feel like myself.
It's got to be the afternoon. I mean, I love lunch, I love food. Breakfast is like fun sometimes, but like lunch, that's where it's at.
Honestly, I might have to say the best time of day, either lunch or advisory, you know what I'm saying? Like advisory, you get to see all the grades, you get to, connect with everybody. And during lunch, same thing, you get to connect with all your friends, get some food, it's awesome.
Probably like around like lunchtime, because it's like a good break and you get to have food.
I feel like midday is really nice, like around 1 o'clock. I kind of like that sort of time, or like when I get home from school, I really enjoy riding the bus home, so yeah.
The best time of day, in my humble opinion, is 4:15 p.m. because the sun is coming through. It's not quite evening yet, but you're done with school, you're done with work, whatever you've had going on during the day. And you can just relax, and that's when I feel fully alive.
The best time of day is difficult, as it usually depends on the season. But overall, probably the best time of day, I would have to say, just for doing anything, is between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and leading into 9. Like, it's around that time when it's dusk and it's evening and things are starting to get quieter that I usually am able to get most of the things, then I'm usually able to hang out with my friends a lot. Now, I really enjoy mornings, but I don't like to do a lot of things in mornings, so it's always better around that nighttime where I can just relax and eat food and hang out with friends.
Thank you to everyone for taking the time to answer this week's question.
Now, let's hear some of the fun facts prepared for this week.
Frogs were the first animals that lived on land with vocal cords.
Australia's width from east to west is larger than that of the moon's diameter.
In the English language, there are only 4 words that end in DOUS.
That's all for this week's edition of the CVU Show. We'll see you next week.